up. All I know is you lift me up.
What's happening, yo homies, homegirls out there? You guys already know what's going down. It's me again, your homeboy, Chen Rafael, aka Rafael Lee, back at again with a new video.
Will it recover?
New episode
That's the question.
here, exclusive in our quarantine room. We are still in quarantine. This is our I just finished showering. Nakita nyo? The only thing you to do here is sleep, eat, repeat. Ganon. That's the only thing you're gonna do. What else? What else you gonna do? This is our third day of quarantine, and then we're expecting to quarantine. I mean, get swab test tomorrow. Yeah. So what can you say? Here's the thing. It's her birthday in quarantine. Ayan o. It's insane. How do you say this? In my opinion, this whole thing is kind of like pointless to me. I mean, I don't know, but what can you say? We just need to follow the rules. So, yeah, that's all you can do. To follow the rules. There's really nothing you can do about this situation. So I know some of the tips that we can say about the quarantine is that bago umalis, before you leave the country, I think the requirements that you guys need to know is that, of course, you need to have a passport, a visa. So if you're a returning Filipino and then you're an American citizen, it's not a problem because you're a Filipino. But if you're a foreign, you need to have a visa, a Philippine visa. So you can ask for the Philippine consulate na bigyan kayo ng visa, right? Philippine consulate. But if you are married to if you're a foreigner, you're a foreign and then you're married to a Filipino, then you don't need a visa for that one. You don't need the visa. I-declare nyo lang that you are a returning Filipino, something like that, a balikbayan, right? Yeah, something like that. And then, ano pa, what else?
You have to have your vaccination card.
Yeah, yun din. It's very important that you have your vaccination card.
And your One Health Pass.
Yeah, and your One Health Pass. But I was talking to a friend of me just today. She said that there are people who manage to get out of the country without a vaccination card.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was talking to Betsy today.
You didn't tell me that. Wow.
And then I was like, what the fuck? How is that possible? Yeah, I don't know how the hell is that possible because it's in a requirement that you need to have a vaccination card. But I think she said that there's an option for non-vaccine people, but I'm not sure about it because it's really a requirement to have a vaccination card and then a One Health Pass. So for the One Health Pass, you're just gonna fill up everything in the One Health Pass at least 24 hours before you travel. At least 24 hours before you travel. What else? And then making sure that if you how to say this, making sure that if you fill up everything, take a screenshot of it. Okay, kuha kayo ng screenshot is because
They're gonna ask you multiple times.
yeah, they're gonna ask you multiple times, and then sometimes if you are in the States and then you are not, your data is not roaming or international or something like that, and then you load it in the airport, it might not work. Good thing for us, we were trying, all of us, as a good service back home, and then we were in the airport. There's nothing we can access to the internet. Good thing I have a local number ko nung dati pa matagal ko ng number. Yeah.
Thank God, because
Yeah. And then that's it. And then if you guys are clear, then you're going to have before you travel as well, you making sure that you have already reserved a quarantine that the government required, so you can choose what hotel you want. And unfortunately, we're supposed to be in Cebu. We're supposed to stay in Cebu. What happened is, it's so sad what happened to the city of Cebu. So what happened is they redirect us to
Davao City.
Davao City, So Davao, and then we're here, nagka-quarantine kami dito for 5 days, and we can't choose the room anymore. We can, we don't have, so we have, yeah, at least we can sleep well, but
Bed.
we can sleep well, but the room itself is kind of like, it's alright. It's not.
It's alright.
It's not too bad. It's not too good.
It's small, but it's
small.
cozy.
But it is. How to say this? If I were to choose, it will definitely not the room that I will choose for my quarantine. Seriously, I mean, if I'm going to choose, it will not be the room that I'm going to choose for my quarantine. To be honest, they have a small table every time we eat. I'm sitting here with table. She's
Sitting on the chair that's about to break or like fall apart.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sitting on the bed.
We have a very small table. We don't. Yeah.
But then the food isn't very big either, so.
About the quarantine food. Quarantine food is. Seriously, I mean.
Not enough.
It's not enough.
It's delicious.
Ganito na lang.
It's
Let's
not
put it
enough.
this way. My mom is a very small lady. Okay, she's a very small, tiny lady. Obviously, she don't eat that much. Okay, she don't eat that much with her size, her height. She don't eat that much. But according to her, even for her, it's too little. Just try to imagine that. If it's too little for her, how much more with us? You know what I mean? And then they don't allow outside food. So, ang ginawa po namin, nagbabribe na lang kami. So, the advice that I can give you is abangan nyo yung bellboy and then just bigyan nyo na lang ng konting, konting pera, tapos i-bribe nyo na lang kung papayag sila. Kasi pag, I mean, they just want to eat the hotel food. So, we tried to order. The good for 3 is actually good for 1. I mean, Jesus Christ. So, we ordered some vegetable kasi every time they serve, they put some fish and then they top it like with vegetable. The vegetable is like, the one bean? And then they one bean, they try to like
They cut it into a million pieces.
million
So it looks
pieces,
like a lot.
put it there, and then carrots. Probably, if it's circle carrot, then you half it into half, and then you half it again, and then it's like, they have like 5 strips of carrots. I mean, julienne of carrots. I mean,
And then the piece of meat is like this big.
tapos yung mga meat nila ko konti, ganyan kalaki. I mean, so we tried to order the hotel food. And then the good for 3 is actually not even good for 3. It's actually like good for 1. Or not even good for 1. For some people, it will be good for 1. But for us, that's not even 1 portion.
I eat a lot more at home than I do here.
Yeah, it's not even 1 portion. So, you really need to choose the hotel that... if you're really particular to what you eat, so particular of how you want your comfort, so you really need to choose a hotel that's a little bit more I think expensive and a little bit, and have a choice. Because what happened to us is we have a reservation already in in Cebu. We already have a reservation in Cebu. So what happened is that na-cancel nga, so we were out here in Davao.
So kind of threw things
Yeah,
off,
when we were in the airport, we were trying to call some hotels from San Francisco to dito, and that time it was like madaling araw doon, and then here I don't know. So we can't call. So good thing I have a friend who I thought here na pwede niyang, who arranged it, and then he said that this is the only option that we have because everything is full. So hell, we can't even go inside the airport, or we can't even get our boarding passes if we don't have a fucking hotel. So I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever, just get that shit. And then there are some hotels that are way too expensive for 1 day. Some probably like $150 a day, $120. I mean, that's too much for just quarantine that you can even go out. I mean, that is insane. So yeah, this is the only hotel that we have in Bara. And it's really small, but it's okay. We kind of bored a little bit. Wala akong magawa. This is just so stupid in my opinion, because we're negative. We have 73 hours negative test. We're fully vaccinated. We get to here, we need to quarantine, and then I don't get the fucking point. Now here's the thing. Here's one of the most stupid thing, okay? So after 5 days, you get your result and you tested negative. You're going to your hometown, right? In your hometown, they said you need to still quarantine for 14 days.
Yep.
Okay, first, before you leave, you're already negative. 72 hours after your flight, you're already negative. You went to quarantine here,
You're still negative.
you're still negative, and then
Just
once you get home, they still want you to quarantine for fucking 14 days. How the fuck does that work?
We're even checking our temperatures too.
They did? How they're looking for me now?
Not today, not
Not
yet.
today?
But I'm sure they'll come soon.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's stupid and dumb in my opinion. It's just funny. Welcome to the Philippines. It's always fun to be home, but sometimes, tsaka yung linya, yeah, when we got to the airport, to the plane, bumaba kami. They're asking the same question over and over. They have like yeah, they have to. It's not a booth. It's like first they're gonna ask you blah 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 blah, and then you go to the next booth. They're going to ask the same fucking question. I mean, come on. So, normally, supposedly, when you fill up something sa US or wherever you're traveling, you already fill up it online, right? So every time you fill up it, supposedly that thing is supposed to go in their system, so that when you land and then you went out of the plane, they're just supposed to scan that code, and then if they see that there's something wrong, then it's supposed to be red. If you're good to go, it's supposed to be green.
Good to go.
You know what I mean? Because you already fill it up in the States. You already fill it up there, and then you send it. So that thing, the GR code is already in their system. I mean, it's supposed to be easy like that, but the thing is, pagdating mo dito, they're gonna ask you this and that, and the next booth is the same thing. Next booth is so fucking pointless. So let me show you guys what we have. Oh yeah, no, that's our freaking view. It's a nice beach right there.
I wish.
Yeah, that's the only view that we have, and then we have a very small room. There's our luggages there. That's our bed over there. See those beds. That's a bed. It's like okay, but anyhow, that will be our quarantine experience. This is our day 3. We're just waiting for another more day for our swab test, and then hopefully to get out of this hole. I was gonna say.
I went out. I want to go explore.
Yeah, it's just number one is this is a freaking waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of time for something that is not beneficial. I mean, come on. We even have our booster shot already. I mean, we're not eating good. And yeah, I think that's what we have for our quarantine, for our first adventure of our vacation to the Philippines. Quarantine of day 3, and then we'll keep you guys posted. So if you all have questions for this thing, what's going on, just message, comment, or whatever. But until then, for those of y'all not watching our videos yet, please like, subscribe, comment, and dito, comment, subscribe here. I don't know, right here. Pag hindi pa kayo subscribe. And if you guys want some questions, just comment below. If not, it's fine as well. So hanggang sa sunod, we will keep you guys posted. So it's already like, what time is it now?
I'm not sure.
It's 11:30.
Really 11:30.
And it's 12:30 in the afternoon. And it will be evening again, and in a few more hours we're gonna watch movie probably, and then we're gonna sleep, and then we wake up, hopefully we get our swab test. So until then, we're gonna keep you posted. Hasta mañana, magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Good evening there in the US. Hanggang sa sunod. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.